Are you ready for something that's very sweet and has absolutely 0 calories? Well, then you're going to love Hunkydory's Return to Patchwork Forest.
This is a great luxury card collection that has wonderful shaped cards, a bunting card, and a really neat gift box.
And we're about to show them all to you. Come play with us. Now, as you said, this is a luxury card kit,
right.
So it's going to have a whole bunch of goodies
Look
inside.
Look at all that good stuff in there.
Probably the thing that's most important for all of us is the inspiration sheet, but the instructions on the back. So,
right, and they're very detailed instructions for each of the shaped cards and specialty cards.
You're going to show us anyway. Sure. Okay, this is the gift box. This is the bunting stepper card. And this is the flower patchwork card. So let's look at the goodies first. So this is going to be the base to make the patchwork card.
Right.
And I love it when they do this because not only do you get the foil, but you get a shaped card that's pretty well ready for you.
Ready. It's scored in the center, ready to fold over, and it's got that great gold foil detailing.
And it's white on the inside, and we'll show you some things to do. Now with this, you have this sheet that is just packed with these charming images, and this is what this whole collection is about, is this absolutely darling artwork.
It is sweet, like you were talking about, with lots of little animals, and this particular sheet makes 4 of those patchwork flower cards with all of these stacking layers for each of those pieces.
And you mentioned a bunting card.
Right.
Now that's intriguing to me.
The bunting stepper card, and we'll show you how that's done. These are the base for the cards. There are 4 of them.
And they're going to come in 4 different colors.
These
as
great
you
pastel
can see.
colors that you're looking at.
And then to go with that are these.
These are the layers, the pieces that are going to be put together. I'll show you how we do that. There are 2 of those sheets that create 4 cards.
Sweet, sweet images, just absolutely charming.
Adorable.
And they also comes with envelopes, so there's 8 envelopes here.
There are 8 envelopes. Those are going to fit the flower cards and the bunting cards.
Now, this is going to be the books, right?
Right. The gift, I can't remember if they call it the gift book or the gift box.
Sorry, gift box. I think it's a gift box.
It opens like a book, so it's kind of deceiving. But 2 each of these sheets will make 1 gift box. So you're going to be able to make 2 of these gift boxes.
Okay. And then I bet this is the artwork that goes on them. Okay. And then you get some bows. Now that's interesting.
It is great. And it's primarily intended for the books, but there are extras, so you can put these on other cards as well.
Now this is not the adorable scoreable. You can see that this is a lighter weight because that's what's needed for the project.
You have to be able to fold them easily.
Right. Now then we have all of these toppers is what Hunkydory calls them.
Which of course you can add some of these sentiments. You can mix and match with the other projects, and there's always lots of different kinds of sentiments. I love it. Wishing you good luck. Let's make a wish. So lots of sentiments to choose from.
Have a lovely birthday.
Just for you.
And again, they're foiled. They're just absolutely charming.
They're ready to pop out. There are borders on there and all of that beautiful gold foiling and detail. There's a lot of hedgehogs in here, which I just think is the cutest thing.
Hedgehogs, birds, ducks, let's see.
Moles,
bunnies. Really?
Possibly.
Bunnies on that one. Then we get into the adorable scoreable. So we're going to have, I bet, 4 or 8 sheets that are foiled.
4 of each. You're going to get 4 foiled sheets with that matching artwork.
And that's foiled.
So you can combine those with the card toppers or use them separately. And then you get 4 of the printed sheets without the gold foiling.
Okay. Again, the same imagery, just a bit larger and printed onto the adorable scoreable.
And then,
just sweet, sweet, sweet. So John, getting close. It's just darling.
That is so cute. I love the little birds. But after that, we get these great, unique for Hunkydory decoupage sheets. And there are 24 of these sheets.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this one has got 3, 6, 9 images.
Right.
Now this again is just on paper because you're going to trim these out, just squares, and use them however you like.
There are 9 on this sheet, and there are 4 of these sheets that with the exact same art images.
Okay.
But then there are 4 more of different art images. So 4 of these as well.
Oh, cute. So whether you're bringing flowers, hot air ballooning, getting a hug, or picking some berries, just some really sweet, sweet things.
It's really nice. I
So
like
there's 4 of these.
There are 4 each.
Okay.
Of the 2 designs that you just saw. So 8 of the smaller images.
So got those.
Get through those.
Then we get some larger
right.
images.
So a quarter sheet on here, and there are 4 each of these images.
Okay.
8 total of that size, which you'll see.
So just going through here.
So some different images on there, and so it's still really cute. They match a lot of what you're seeing. So, I mean, these alone, 24, they're like 122 art images just in the decoupage sheets. You could use them on a card front and make a really simple card set.
And look at these now,
inside,
even larger imagery.
Right. And 4 each of those as well.
Wow.
Half sheets. And then
there's another
I love
set.
that they're so large because you can see in great detail. And they're so detailed and just so adorable.
Okay. Now we like those. So now let's see what we can do.
We can hardly get them out of the way to show you the project.
Now here is that first shaped patchwork card, and you can see the base there, the foiling, doing the stitching between all the patchwork, and then this little piece has been
just foam tape on top. So it starts with that card base. Very simply, it's already scored, so all you do is just fold it. And there you go, your card is ready, and then you pop out one of those card toppers. And I used foam tape, small pieces of foam tape to layer all those pieces together. So you can see, you don't really need to use all that much, but you do need to use small pieces so that you can see all of that just stacked on top of each other.
And then that's going to go in the center.
And that's going to go in the center, just like that. And you can put your card this way with that fold at the top, or you can put it that way, whatever you like.
And this one has one of the messages and one of the bows at the top.
So
you want to show that?
Bows, right. So I've got some of the pieces. The base for that bow is this. And then the centerpiece, or excuse me, the top that's going to, that's going to loop. Yeah, the loops go this. And what you do is you just sort of fold that over. You don't want to make a crease here. You want to sort of let that sit up. Maybe put a zot right back there. You fold both of the ends over. I would zot them or glue them together in the center. And then that's going to sit, if I glued it.
That's why you have to glue it, huh?
Yeah, you do. I was just trying to very quickly show
it
you.
who's boss, Gail.
This is the way it's going to go. You're going to set that on top of the base, just like that, so you can see that looped effect there. Then there's a smaller piece that you pop out. Here it is. And that goes around the center.
So it's going to wrap.
It's going to wrap around the center just like that. You can zot it on in the back. And you can leave it like that. Or they also have, I'm trying to grab it, this tiny little flower piece right there that you can put right in the center. So that's a different look as well. Okay.
Now on this card, they elected to use the pink tiny flowers, and that's in the center of the bow.
It's a nice little addition.
Look at it on the inside. How fun and bright.
Right.
Again, using those additional pieces. Now, one thing about that bow is that you might have felt like, gosh, that was really thick, but what happens is that the pieces that are foam taped are going to kind of protect it. It ends up being kind of one layer.
Right.
And don't worry about, you can pop it into an envelope. It's going to be just
the envelopes that are provided will fit that just the way it is. So very cute.
So charming. Now this is the bunting, and I guess the bunting is the banner.
Yeah, the bunting is considered it's called a bunting stepper card because back here when you open it up there are actually steps to this card. Oh, it's a little bit, here I'm going to fix this because this is actually supposed to go like that.
Okay, we have a little bit of...
So now when you open it up, you should be able to see those little steps pop up just a little bit. So there you go. So you can see the little steps, and there's a little piece underneath that holds it all together. You know, when you look at this, it looks pretty involved, but they really take, they make it really easy in that the card base is already scored, it's cut, and it's ready for you to fold. So when I pull this out, so here's the base, just remember that this blank area is going to be on the back of your card.
Okay.
So that needs to go on the top when you start. So you can see these cut areas here, you can see this cut area. First thing I'm going to do is fold that back and out of the way. That's going to be underneath your card when you're done.
And these are the instructions that are in the kit?
The instructions in the kit tell you just how to do this. I know you can't really see it, but it is scored down here, and it says in the center section, just doing the center section, you start with a mountain fold. So right in the center, I'm going to mountain fold that piece, and the next score lines are right at the base of this cutout, and then I'm going to valley fold. And that's what you're going to do, mountain fold, valley fold.
And let me just, with you there, okay, a mountain is going to be like that.
Right.
So it's going to go up,
There's
and the
the
valley
mountain.
is going to go like that.
Like you're looking at the peak of the mountain. That's
Right.
a mountain to you. And then down into the valley. And then there's the mountain again.
Up in the mountain again.
And then another valley. And it's just accordion fold back and forth so that when you're done, if you didn't bend these, it'd just sort of look like an arch, which that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But there is also scored here. You're going to mountain fold those. Now, when I push this together, I'm going to show you the side when I push this together because that's out of the way. When I push it together, you're going to see it just sort of lays together if I've done it correctly. Did I miss one? No, that's
you're
right.
fine.
So I'm just going to sort of do it this way with my fingers.
Let
pushing
that come
it.
in.
There we go.
That's the part you were.
And that way it will lay flat. And you can go ahead and use a bone folder to get those to lay pretty flat like so.
And don't you find that bone folder is really important when you've got pre-scored cards?
Oh, sure. It's just an easier way. You can use your fingers, and when I'm in a hurry, like sometimes on air I won't use it, but I always pay for it later because it keeps popping up. It's nice to have it lay nice and flat. So there you go. Now it's laying pretty flat.
Now you have a tongue sticking out there.
I do. So on the bottom is this piece that's going to make it all hold together and not pop out too far. Right. It also is scored. So on the bottom, I'm going to bend it that way, and I'm going to bend it up this way, and then this one is going to bend that way. So you've got a mountain in the center. You've got a valley here. I have placed Ultra Tape on this back tab, not on the printed side, but on the white side. I'm taking off the Ultra Tape, and that is going to line up with the back of your card. I'm going to turn it back over so we're not getting confused. So here's the top of the card, here's that tab, and it's going to go on the back of this card, right even with the bottom, out in the center.
And it's really a brace to keep it from spreading too far.
Right, and when it folds up, it should fold right in the center there. You can see it, so that everything just folds together nicely. And that'll be hidden by the card topper pieces that go on there. I'm going to show you this real quickly because these are pyramided on top of each other, but kind of in a unique way. So there's only two pieces, and there are center pieces that pop out. So I'm going to pop out the center pieces, and these are the sheets that came with the bunting card. Pop out that piece, and pop out this piece. And once you do, they're sort of out of order, so you just kind of put them in the correct order.
Oh.
And then I've got foam tape on the back of these pieces. So that will just line up with this artwork. Just as I'm going to do it kind of quickly, so it won't be perfect. And then the next piece will foam tape there, and the next piece there. So that's the piece that will be all foam taped pure mage style.
Okay.
And once you have put that all together, this piece will sit right on these two little steps here. The first step in your card is going to hold that just like so.
Right.
So when you open it up, that's going to be on there. And I wouldn't put it down too low. I would kind of put it up there. And it'll be covered up and like that.
Now, that's exactly what's been done here. So that piece is resting, as you said, on the very first step.
Right.
The back step has nothing on it. But then that little banner.
It comes with all of these little banner pieces here. And they are not scored, but it does say to score it and fold it back. Okay. So I went ahead and scored it, but I'm just going to show you what that would have looked like. That's about, I did it about 3/8 from the end because I just liked more of it hanging down on this end. If you can do 1/4 inch, I think that might be not quite enough. I liked 3/8. So there we go. You just score that really well, and then you fold it back because it's going to hang over the twine like so.
Okay.
I did that, and I also put Ultra Tape right next to that fold. So I'm going to peel, I'm going to remove this tool. I'm going to take that off. So now the tape is right there. It's that double-sided, very tacky tape that we use a lot with Hunkydory because it holds it all together so
It looks
nicely.
like this. It comes in 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, and it has that orange liner that you end up removing, but it's double-sided.
Right. So I have a piece of twine here that matches the card pretty nicely. And here are the other banners that I already did this to individually. I put that tape on there, and the way I did those was just to lay, I left about a 1/16 of an inch between them, and I just laid that twine right there where the fold is. It sort of sticks on there, and then you just fold that over.
So the Ultra Tape is holding the twine and the banner.
So there's the banner, which they call a bunting. And then with your card, you just place the bunting on the front and you tie it on these 2 posts here to the right and
just
left.
knot it. Okay.
And there you go. I kind of leave it kind of loose and just tie it up there.
Of course, that flash of foil is a nice little piece to have too along that. So just a charming little piece. And this, the words that have been chosen to go with this one is sending love and best wishes. So just quite a sweet little piece. You get the 3D effect as those were foam taped, as you completely described.
I love the dazzles on the sides here. It makes a nice little stripe of color.
That can't hurt, can it? And that's obviously the green border. Whoops, that's not it. Okay.
But they look just like this, except they're border dazzles. Green jewel border
I'm
dazzles.
sure we'll see them on something else.
Easy to find on the website.
Now, this is the most involved, is
Correct.
and this is the box.
The gift box.
Right.
And we're going to start by opening it up, which is, now here's that bow. Here's one of those wonderful paper dope bows. They also come with these long pieces, and once you put it together and attach it with Ultra Tape, you want to make it just loose enough so that you can slide this off.
And a gift for you.
So that part comes off, and then you open this up. I have it upright. There you go. It's a little gift box
sweet.
with these great stacked images on the inside.
Boy, and the sides are pretty thick too.
They are. What is that? That's about an inch.
Yeah, just about. And it's all foiled.
And even on the inside of this box, there's a lining, a border on the box that is just totally silhouetted here. And so with that, and there's the hinge there. There is you really want to follow the instructions to do this. I'm going to go through it step by step, but the instructions are pretty well detailed. So I need to grab my pieces out here. We're going to start.
Now this is the one that it takes 2 of the
it takes 2
pieces,
sheets.
2 sheets, okay.
Right, 1 sheet for each side of your gift box book. And I'm going to start with these pieces, which you're seeing Ultra Tape on there already, but these are the pieces, the ivory pieces that are scored, and you'll find 4 of these on each sheet that go with each side of the book. So I've got this piece, which is going to be centered around these pieces, and each of these are scored twice. So you have a score here, you have a score there.
Turn it on its edge so we can see. Yeah, there you go.
And each of them are going to be folded in an S shape. Well, if I turn around this way, in an S shape like that. So that one tab is going to be flat on top and one tab is going to be flat going the opposite direction. You're going to do that for each one of these. But something I do have to mention. For some reason, there are 2 designs for this book. One is of this great little hedgehog. The other is of the bunnies that we just saw. For the design that has the hedgehog and the pink roses like this, for some reason in the manufacture of these, there's a score line that is missed on one of the long tabs on each sheet.
So only on one of the 4?
Right.
Okay.
There is supposed to be a score line there. It took Lene a while to figure that out. She was trying to figure out how to construct it without that. So you're just going to have to score that from the point here to the point there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We need that extra score line. Make it a pretty heavy score. And then there you go. So I had to do that on 2 pieces, one for each sheet. And then one of those is going to be folded this way, and the other is going to be folded the other way. I'm not using the bone folder right now because I'm trying to go quickly. I don't want to make this too long for you. Good. So there. So now I've got that S shape. Now what we do is it's going to be boxed like so. Oh. This piece is going to sit.
I was sort of wondering why you were starting with this instead of the big box.
It all has to start with this piece because this gets on the inside of the box. So anyway, so this is going to be boxed around here like so, okay? On here and on the top as well. So I decided that the easiest way to do that was to put Ultra Tape on the back of this rather than to put it on all those little tabs. Now we're going to go through this, so you have to bear with me, and because I need this piece to complete what I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to, one at a time, I'm just going to line those up, press it on there.
So you're doing the longer sides first?
I am.
You just feel like that works best?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would, that was just my first inclination, you know, do the long sides first, and then I want that to sort of sit up like a box, like so. Then that tape is on the top and the bottom as well. Now I'm going to do these pieces. Let's see, was there anything I need to say about that? I am putting that ivory gloss side toward the picture as well. So I want to line that up.
Yeah, it's sitting in that little ledge.
Right. So now we're creating this little box shape for this piece. And there we go. Nice. I also put Ultra Tape on those tiny little tabs, so I'm going to remove that from each one of those tabs, and I'm going to wrap those tabs around the outside of this piece. Okay. So I'll fold this in and I'll wrap those around, and that creates the box.
So it stabilizes everything.
Right.
Yeah, I see that.
This has to be a box shape. It has to be complete and ready to go.
And that's really why you want to use something like Ultra Tape, because it's going to adhere the moment you press those two together. Cute.
Okay, there's our box. It looks like that. It's got these flattened tabs up on the top because that's going to glue to our next piece.
Which is the big box.
Is the big box, where these pieces were actually popped out, and that's what you're seeing here. Oh, okay. That's what gets used here. You want to make sure, if this is going to be the left side, I actually marked it for myself. I put, from Elements 1 sheet, I put left because I knew this was going to be on the left side. So I want the artwork upright in this side. When I do the right-hand side, the other artwork is going to be this way. That's important. You have to remember to get them oriented. Then you start folding this. I've got lots of, well, no, first I'm going to put this on. I've got Ultra Tape in different places. I've got it around that opening, so I'm just going to set that box on there. So you can see this is an involved project, putting this together, but it's really simple. You just have to follow the steps one at a time. I think I'll do it this way so that I can make sure that I'm centering that and getting that right on top of those. And hopefully I can do that without showing the sides of the box too much. Line that up, stick it on. There, that piece is on. Okay. Now I'm going to fold the box over, and I'm going to, let's see, they're all scored. Everything's in a valley? Everything is a valley fold if you've got it facing this way. I've got that, and this one, and then these are going to fold over. So I've got that one, and I've got that one. You know, for something that has a couple of steps to it, really all that scoring being done and the Ultra Tape is making pretty short work of that. It is. Okay, so you notice that I had the Ultra Tape on the top of this piece and on the bottom of this piece. This piece comes down and it's going attached there. I'm going to do these one at a time. I'm folding it over like a box and keeping that edge even as much as I can. There we go. That's on. And then on this side as well. The same thing. So this is like closing the box top and bottom now. So I've got the top and bottom of that box. This I'm going to leave loose for the moment. And here is the right-hand side that was already done. So you can see the images and that flap are opposing. Okay? Have them upright. Now, to put these together, before I close that up, there are two pieces that look like this. you glue them or tape them back to back. So you can see it's double-sided. That's only because I placed them back to back. I scored it, or it was scored, excuse me, in the center. I'm folding it in a valley fold because this is the hinge. I've got ultra tape on both sides of this side of this, like that. So now I've got ultra tape on this edge and this edge, and I'm going to start by placing that right inside the front edge of the box.
So it almost is going to disappear, isn't it?
Yeah, the goal is to not really be able to see it. So half of that piece with the fold right there is on this side. And now I'm ignoring, let's say actually I can tuck that in.
It in.
There,
okay.
now I can tuck in the box and put the other half on this side. Hey, we're almost done with the box.
I think you are.
Put that on
that
there.
really just disappears. Nice.
And then there's that other piece. And you can tape these in place as well so that they don't go all the way in there. I'm not going to take the time at the moment. But those do just tuck in. See, that one tucked in a little too far. But then when you fold it, once that's tucked
More ultra
in,
tape.
right, once that's tucked in, then you've got your gift box.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. And there's that hinge that makes it fold.
And then these long pieces can become the wrapping around it with the bow, like you demonstrated. So you've got this sweet one with the little flowers, and then this one with the dots, so pink and purple.
And
cute, cute, cute. Now, you've done the specialty things.
Right.
But what about all those pieces that are left over?
Right,
well,
you've got lots more cards to make.
You do, and I almost think someday we should do a webisode of what to do with Hunkydory when there aren't specific instructions.
Sure.
But here's an example. So we've got the foiled adorable scoreable.
Right, so that's just the adorable scoreable back here. Some of the card toppers, a border piece, and this is kind of cute because it keeps the front closed.
It's a little almost latch.
You're right.
And then this is going to pop open, and we've got, now this is the printed adorable scoreable without the foil.
Right.
And with one of the little border pieces, just for you is what it's saying.
I love adding the little flower, the pink flower jewel dazzles on there. That just adds a little bit more punch to it.
Just charming. Wishing well, wishes please. And this is going to also tuck back under there. So a really easy little closure, just very sweetly done.
And so the edge of the card was cut off a little bit here, so it would tuck under there. Very cute.
Now, scrapbookers, we have, look at what's happening with that banner.
I love that bunting banner up at the top here, so that's really cute. And these were not placed on ribbon. They were just, and they weren't folded over. They're just foam taped in a little banner shape, if you prefer to do something like that rather than put that bunting together. And I love the little banner down at the bottom, happy birthday. And this is a full-size sheet of that adorable scoreable. It was matted on white just up at the top and the bottom to add a little bit.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's great. And a little bit of computer journaling with some jewel dazzles.
And happy birthday right there in that little
birthday on
banner.
that banner.
And just a piece of the gold sparkles holographic just to add some attention at the top and just put on cardstock. So very, very charming. And all of this going on really supports the photograph. By the way, that is a great photo.
It is a beautiful
Remember
photo.
that.
And I love the balloons, and then here's the balloons.
Yeah,
That's
cute.
It's perfect.
Cute, cute.
Adorable.
Okay, so what else can you do? Well, how about using the center step card or any of the die cut cards? And you've got a nice space for a large image, which they've provided.
Right, and some of the pieces here, you can see that there's actually 1, 2, 3 pieces in this die cut, but this one was popped up on a double layer of foam tape, so it would just sit up a little higher.
The centerpiece.
Right, higher than the other
Just for
two.
you. And we've got some borders on each
So
side.
little strips of cardstock. This is a cardstock that was used the pattern pieces with the die cut card to cut that, just so.
And then on the inside, just another strip and another one of the images. So
very simple.
Easily done.
The die cut card is already for you, so you just use those pattern pieces.
And And that has the gold jewel dazzle borders. That's going on.
And a few more of those little pink flower dazzles are very useful. I can see they're popping up everywhere.
Good to know. Look at this. Isn't this charming?
This is great. And this was done with, you can see the adorable scoreable back there and the layered pieces, but also this flower piece. And this is from Design Toolkit number 3. And so you've got this with pink suede, actually.
And this is the number 3.
Right,
and
number 3. So several different labels on there.
Right,
so it's
all
got
of the
one
pieces.
One of those cutaway labels that's used. I think maybe this one, label, the elegant maybe? Yeah. So we've got that piece here, but it also has great little cutout shapes like those flowers. So that's a smaller flower, but
there you go.
There. So one of those, you can just cut that out, and that was cut out of the adorable scoreable, but this one was cut out of the pink suede.
And there's the pink suede. So you've got a nice set there. Just a really sweet. And then on the inside, again, using a piece of the adorable scoreable and to the happy couple is what that message is saying.
With the gold border dazzle.
Just really, really charming.
Really. Okay, so what else can you do besides cards and scrapbook pages?
I think this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Now, this is one of the larger pieces, and this is simply covering a composition book. And you can see the pink suede was used up there. This is the adorable scoreable and that great image. And then some of the dazzles.
Some of the dazzles and just blessings up here at the top, a little bit of ribbon. And it's just beautiful. I think that's the suede down at the top and bottom. There's strips of the suede.
And then this is some ribbon over on the left side. But what a charming, okay, if you are thinking of Christmas, folks. This is, you can do this. I mean, these composition books are a couple dollars.
You can get these at the dollar store, I think, just maybe $1. And then just pop that on there. And this is great for the grandkids or something. Just
for
their own journal or something.
It's just lovely. Absolutely lovely. So you can do gift items, scrapbooking,
cards, you can make gift boxes. And you saw how long it took me to make that. So that's another Christmas gift right there.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. And the little bunting and the patchwork. So we've got lots of goodies. And as I said, this is absolutely calorie free.